No siema, witam was serdecznie na moim kanale, ja jestem Ardal, a to jest kolejny odcinek naszych przygód z grą Starfield. To widzowie, nie przedłużam, a wam życzę miłego oglądania. Jedziemy. Drodzy widzowie, teraz zrobimy sobie małą przerwę od fabuły głównej. Mam tutaj jedną misję do dokończenia z gwardii, a potem chciałbym zająć się serią questów dla piratów. Tyle tutaj wstępu. Jedziemy. Jeszcze może oczywiście to później sobie sprzedam niepotrzebne rzeczy, a może teraz. Dobra, wrócimy te statki. Ogarniemy te statki, a potem sprzedamy potrzebne rzeczy. Okej, misja zakończona. Pozbieramy tu jeszcze jakieś rzeczy, bo warto pozbierać. I jeszcze tutaj. Okej. Teraz sobie polecimy, żeby to gdzieś sprzedać. Tam trochę zbędny moment. Jak już tu jesteśmy, sobie zróbmy skan. Dobra, my na Jamison, to jest blisko. Tankowa. Masę wylądujemy. Tniemy trochę niepotrzebnych rzeczy. Potem się zajmę tymi questami dla piratów.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, welcome to UC distribution. Something. Oh, well.
O, to ma lepsze. To możemy. A to nie mam tyle kasy nawet. A, bo to można było kupić, czy nie? Nie objąć, dobra.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
Pójdziemy sobie do kolejnego sklepu.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
Europe? I would never dream. Yes, by all means, have a look. See you around.
Okej. Limbang. Można okraść. To ciekawe.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
No dobra, i teraz dałbym się, drodzy widzowie, tymi kostami dla piratów Zobaczymy, gdzie jest to. Tego mamy szukać. Dobra. Tu musimy zadokować.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander? I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal. Understood? If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn, that must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Yes, what? Pardon.
Can
Excuse
we
me.
try and focus on the matter at hand, please? Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDev. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
Tuala przekonał mnie, że to dla większego dobra, więc jestem.
It appears he certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDev's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Jeden statek nie wystarczy, aby wyeliminować całą flotę.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Westfalia, zamknijcie mnie z nimi w jednym pomieszczeniu, nakłonię ich do wszystkiego.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Brzmi nieskomplikowanie.
You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Każ kierunek, a zajmie się resztą.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, This entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
Dam z siebie wszystko.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Możesz mi wyjaśnić kodeks postępowania etyki sysopsu.
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
Będę przestrzegać zasad.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
W jaki sposób będę się z tobą kontaktować?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Masz więcej informacji o Sarah Bowden?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
To w razie aresztowania pod przykrywką.
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
Mogę dowiedzieć się więcej o oczekiwanym ode mnie zachowaniu pod przykrywką?
While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place.
Udawanie pirata i przestrzeganie prawa się ze sobą wyklucza.
That's why I expect you to constantly seek alternative means to overcome your obstacles, rather than blowing holes in them. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing. Dismissed.
Yes?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Tak.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Jeśli z nim gdzieś obciążające dane, to je znajdę.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Wystarczy wszystkie dowody, jakie uda mi się znaleźć.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Bardzo hojnie.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. We'll be keeping them if you're feeling Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate that you care. It's just that I don't feel like now's an appropriate time to be discussing these things. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? I'll be here if you have any more questions.
No to idziemy dalej do Zawizowie.
Okay, hello.
Hello?
I have things for you.
Nie ten klawisz. O. Dobra. Gdzie mamy teraz lecieć?
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Something you need? I do? You must have read my mind.
Ja tutaj przyniosłem.
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them full.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here,
Tu
choking on the
jesteśmy.
fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass.
Przy okazji opchnę to, co mi jest niepotrzebne. Chyba zmienię sobie to nie jest fajne, ale dużo słabszy niestety. Hmm.
It's depressing.
anytime.
Hmm. Tutaj z tą pogadać, okej.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Chcę coś sprzedać, ale zależy mi na tobie.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me?
Puść taki na tę próbkę.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
Jeśli nic jest w stanie tego obchnąć, to wskaż mi kogoś, kto jest.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Okej. Teraz z tym Adlerem pogadać.
We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe. You'd think someone would have invented a way to keep...
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Całej zbudny powiedziała, że możesz pomóc mi to opchnąć.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Nie ma sprawy.
Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
W porządku, załatwię to.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Adherence to this law is imperative in order to avoid unwanted infestation. Thank you for your cooperation.
Whew, what a long day.
Something I can help you with?
Jestem tu, bo skredyty gdzieś winny Adlerowi Kempowi.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
Adler traktuje poważnie ten dług, więc należy szybko go spłacić.
Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
W porządku, przekażę Adlerowi, co powiedziałeś.
Adler... Oh! Wait! You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
To nie wystarczy. Nie sądzę, aby Adler był tym zadowolony.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
Dość mam tych gierek, perswadu.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Naprawdę warto tak ryzykować, zawsze masz robić straty później.
Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know.
Na pewno będziemy do porozumienia.
I hear you.
Daj spokój, na pewno będzie słabą kasę na czarną godzinę.
Well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Deimos shares. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Report any injuries I may cause to my supervisor.
Staying safe?
The Office of Governor Hurst would like to remind all Sidonia citizens to do their part to keep Sidonia clean.
Laredo firearms have been ramping up production in Aquila City and are taking away
Work in the deep mines. That's where you make the big bucks.
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
Zrozumiał przekaz.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
Jeśli oni padną sobie ze mną.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Yes.
Okej. Moi drodzy widzowie, to by było na tyle w dzisiejszym odcinku. Jeżeli ten się Wam podobał, zostawcie łapkę w górę. Zachęcam Was do pisania komentarzy pod filmikiem, ustawienia subika z dzwoneczkiem. Zachęcajcie swoich znajomych, by ten kanał subowali i do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku. Siema!